This is Hellfire RPGs, and you're watching Know the Facts. Now, I know I'm not the only one who drooled all over the keyboard when the Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer was announced. The original has been released for 18 years now, and it's still widely considered to be one of the best RPGs ever made. In celebration of this amazing news, I'm going to talk about some of the Final Fantasy VII facts that you may not know about. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything good. Final Fantasy VII's development commenced in 1994, just after Final Fantasy VI was released. The initial plot idea suggested that the setting would be in New York City set in 1999 and would follow the adventures of a hero called Hot-Blooded Detective Joe, who set out to stop the terrorist activities of the main characters. Sorceress Edea was also going to make an appearance, as were Raijin and Fujin, who were later replaced by the Turks. These characters of course later appeared in Final Fantasy VIII. At one stage, the game was going to use 2D pixel-based graphics. There was one concept image early in the development featuring an isometric view in this style using Final Fantasy VI character designs. Obviously, things changed quite a bit. Shortly after this, Square decided 3D was the way to go, and they developed an experimental 3D demo that also featured Final Fantasy VI characters. This demo was created to show what Final Fantasy VII would look like on the Nintendo 64, but they later walked the PlayStation path as the CD-ROM media was more aligned with their vision. Final Fantasy VII had a lot of spin-off titles, some that pleased fans and some that didn't. Did you know that the anagrams of each spin-off title follows a pattern? AC, BC, CC, and DC? Square Enix have already stated that the remake will not be named Final Fantasy VII Remake. So if this trend is anything to go by, will the remake title be EC? Endless Crisis? Eternal Cetera? Elegant Chocobos? Enough Carrots? Only time will tell. Hironobu Sakaguchi is a legend to so many Final Fantasy fans. The Rocket Town Inn has a nice little tribute to the creator of Final Fantasy. On the back wall of one of the rooms, you'll see a portrait of him. What a legend! There's also a poster at the Ice School Inn that very closely resembles the Bahamut Lagoon logo, which was one of Squaresoft's Super Nintendo RPGs. Yeah, we all know the scene. If you haven't played the game, you probably still know what happens anyway. Damn you to hell, Sephiroth! During this defining cutscene, Sephiroth's hands are bare as he descends from the ceiling. However, during the rest of the scene, he has black gloves on. I guess he wanted to cover his tracks. I don't know who was employed to translate FF7 to the Western world, but I'm sure they didn't last long in the industry. FF7's English translation was horrendous. During the motorcycle chase FMV, Midgar is incorrectly spelled Midgal on the side of the truck door. This is probably because the letters R and L are commonly mistranslated from Japanese to English. Sephiroth, we all love him, but safer Sephiroth? What, was he wearing a deployable airbag? It is widely agreed that this was meant to be Seraph Sephiroth. Bizarro Sephiroth was also a mistranslation of Rebirth Sephiroth. Bizarro, Rebirth, how did they screw that one up? And of course, the most aggravating mistake of all. Somehow, Aerith turned into Aerith for the US release. Did you know that Aerith's name is not stated once in the Advent Children film? Instead, Aerith is referred to as she, her, or you. This is no doubt due to the division among fans over the correct pronunciation. But here's a fun fact, during the ending credits, she is referred to as Aerith. Speaking of Aerith, it is very possible that she was either initially going to die later in the game or be revived at a later point in the game. There is some unused game content in Disc 2 and 3 which heavily implies that at some time in the development she would have been alive at that point of time. And everybody's probably seen the glitch/ghost of Aerith when returning to the church in Disc 1. What's with that? One Winged Angel. Such an amazing track. I rock out to this every single time I hear it. Did you know that One Winged Angel was inspired by the introduction to the song Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix?
ただイントロのジャンジャンジャンジャンっていうのは僕は単純にジミ・ヘンドリックスのパープルヘイズをオーケストラでやったらどういう風になるんだろうかっていうのをやりたかっただけ。
Did you learn something new, or is there another awesome fact that I missed? Let me know in the comments. This was Hellfire RPG's Know the Facts. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and check out some of my other videos. Thanks for watching.